There's two ways to see the world. Some people see the thing that they want, and some people see the thing that prevents them from getting the thing that they want. The United States Navy SEALs are perhaps the most elite warriors in the world. And one of the SEALs was asked, who makes it through the selection process? Who is able to become a SEAL? And his answer was, I can't tell you the kind of person that becomes a SEAL. I can't tell you the kind of person that makes it through buds. But I can tell you the kind of people who don't become SEALs. He says the guys that show up with huge, bulging muscles, covered in tattoos, who want to prove to the world how tough they are, none of them make it through. He said the preening leaders who like to delegate all their responsibility and never do anything themselves, none of them make it through. He said the star college athletes who've never really been tested to the core of their being, none of them make it through. He says some of the guys that make it through are skinny and scrawny. He said some of the guys that make it through, you will see them shivering out of fear. He says, however, all the guys that make it through, when they find themselves physically spent, emotionally spent, when they have nothing left to give physically or emotionally, somehow, some way, they are able to find the energy to dig down deep inside themselves, to find the energy to help the guy next to them. They become SEALs, he said. You want to be an elite warrior, it's not about how tough you are, it's not about how smart you are, it's not about how fast you are. If you want to be an elite warrior, you better get really, really good at helping the person to the left of you and helping the person to the right of you. Because that's how people advance in the world. The world is too dangerous and the world is too difficult for you to think that you can do these things alone. If you find your spark, I commend you. Now, who are you going to ask for help, and when are you going to accept help when it's offered? Learn that skill. Learn by practicing helping each other. It'll be the single most valuable thing you ever learn in your entire life. Nelson Mandela is a particularly special case study in the leadership world because he is universally regarded as a great leader. You can take other personalities, and depending on the nation you go to, we have different opinions about other personalities. But Nelson Mandela across the world is universally regarded as a great leader. He was actually the son of a tribal chief. And he was asked one day, how did you learn to be a great leader? And he responded that he would go with his father to tribal meetings. And he remembers two things when his father would meet with other elders. One, they would always sit in a circle. And two, his father was always the last to speak. You will be told your whole life that you need to learn to listen. I would say that you need to learn to be the last to speak. I see it in boardrooms every day of the week. Even people who consider themselves good leaders, who may actually be decent leaders, will walk into a room and say, here's the problem, here's what I think, but I'm interested in your opinion, let's go around the room. It's too late. The skill to hold your opinions to yourself until everyone has spoken does two things. One, it gives everybody else the feeling that they have been heard. It gives everyone else the ability to feel that they have contributed. And two, you get the benefit of hearing what everybody else has to think before you render your opinion. The skill is really to keep your opinions to yourself. If you agree with somebody, don't nod yes. If you disagree with somebody, don't nod no. Simply sit there, take it all in, and the only thing you're allowed to do is ask questions so that you can understand what they mean and why they have the opinion that they have. You must understand from where they are speaking, why they have the opinion they have, not just what they are saying. And at the end, you will get your turn. It sounds easy, it's not. Practice being the last to speak. That's what Nelson Mandela did.
There's a certain delusional quality that all successful people have to have.
Everybody has that voice in their head that says, hey, could you really do this? If you really believe that you could be something, If you have that little voice in your head saying, hey, you got talent, you could do this, then follow that voice.
They say, well, I don't know what to do. It's like, that's okay. Nobody does. Go do something. Do the best thing that you can think of. Put the best plan you have into practice. It's not going to be perfect, and it will change along the way. But it will change partly because you become disciplined pursuing the path. And as you become disciplined, you become wiser. And as you become wiser, you become able to formulate better and better plans.
You are going to have to jump.
It don't matter how much it feel like it ain't gonna work. You gotta believe the delusion, because it's only delusional until it works. So is it really delusional? And then once the world see it, there's nothing delusional about it. Now your delusion becomes, oh, he was a genius.
The world belongs to optimists, because if you're going to do anything big, you have to believe that it can happen to be rich.
Before you can ever reach anything, you have to believe it. You don't just mistakenly become great.
Never stop fighting. No matter what anyone says, no matter how they try to compromise your vision. If it's in your gut, if it's in your soul, there's no worldly possessions that should come between you and your expression. Human beings, we're a blip in existence. Death is promised. So what do you do with your life? How do you make the most of it? How do you make your voice the loudest?
It's really your time. It's your time, like nothing is stopping you. Nothing.
You may have failed miserably yesterday. Be like, man, you just lost everything. How the hell are you this damn motivated? Because this is what it takes.
So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams.
You have to be delusional. Franz Kafka once said, by believing passionately in something that still does not exist, we create it. The non-existent is whatever we have not sufficiently desired. Embrace the power of your dreams, for they have the potential to shape your reality. Let your desires guide you, fuel your actions, and manifest the life you envision.
Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. You can't quit thinking about it. You wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's going to disappoint you.
I don't care what you're going to do, but go out there and make something of yourself for God's sake. Be an honest person and work and get to the top of whatever it is that you want to get to the top of. Stand up for yourself like a respectable human being and be a bit of a light on the world instead of a blight.
You probably don't want to be normal, because if you take what normal means and put it across all aspects of life, it means that you're going to die at 74, you're probably going to be overweight, you're going to, be divorced, you're going to not really achieve anything that you want. Like, that's normal. And so it makes sense that you would be the odd man out, because most people live that life. And so, like, that was something that gave me a lot of permission to, like, be me, which was not normal.
And you know, it's a human condition to be average. It's not to be as good as you can be. You know, it's the human condition to survive. Just get along, be average. Lots of people think that way. That's normal. It's special to get somebody to be the best that they can be, to understand the work ethic and how important it is to earn it, and you reap what you sow.
That's not normal. Because we don't want to be normal. Normality is what weak people call living. I call it death.
Why would you not go for it? Why would you not take a chance? At one point in time, you got to take a chance on you.
Be unique, be memorable, be confident, be proud, but mainly be you.
400 trillion to 1. When you understand that math, how can't you live your life? That's how rare it is to be a human being. You've been given this ridiculous triple miracle. Like, you're literally more likely to win the lotto 10 times in your life than actually have a life. I'm asking you, I'm promising you, please take this swing. You've got one at bat, 400 trillion to 1.
Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. and you can change it, you can influence it, you can mold it. The minute that you understand that you can poke life and actually something will pop out the other side, that's maybe the most important thing.
You know what's crazy? You know you could be the one if you really wanted to, right? You know that, right?
Take it to the street, now we're gonna make a big noise. Gonna climb so high, now we're rising up. Are you ready now? Turn it up. Are you ready for this? Oh, I can see my name under big lights.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first all-cast meeting of 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today here in studio in Las Vegas at the GoBEST offices. For those of you that are normally going to the Deja Vu Services meetings, welcome to your first GoBEST meeting. So thanks for joining us. Excited about merging all of our businesses together and doing more and more joint ventures and all kinds of fun things together. So for those of you that have never been to one of our meetings before, we like to start off by talking about all of our usual mission statements and GoBEST factors. So let's get started with that right out of the gate so we can get moving right along. Our mission statement: we deliver an immersive adventure harnessing masterful showmanship, outrageous service, and an over-the-top experience. We do that for every single guest, every single day. We want them to have a great time. We want them to enjoy themselves. We want everybody to have fun when they visit one of our locations, no matter what type of business we oversee or we operate, whether it's a retail store, a karaoke bar, or a neighborhood tavern. Everybody wants to come in and have social interaction. They want to be around other people. They want to have fun. If they didn't want to do that, they would have stayed in their basement playing video games. So we've already tackled the hardest challenge, and that's getting someone to leave their house and come out into public and be around people again. So these are the people that we're counting on coming back day after day after day. They didn't want to order something online to come to their house. They actually wanted to go to a retail store, and they wanted to have an interaction with another human being while they purchased something. Don't fuck that up by not having masterful showmanship, by not having an outrageous adventure, by not giving them the service that they hoped to get when they came to your venue, whatever type of venue you represent. And then we have the best factor, which is the excitement a guest feels from the moment they discover your venue, which resonates with them or reignites. I did that again. Dang it. I hate when that happens. Which reignites every time they remember their experience. Now, the reason why we chose reignite over any other word that we could have is that's the fire of the memory. That's what is the brain sticker that makes somebody remember the event they had with you, the experience that they had in your venue. So if it's not a wonderful experience, you're going to reignite terrible things. And when we talk about the first moment that they discovered your venue, this is when it comes down to, did they find you by Google? Did they find you on social media? Did they find you when they drove by and they saw the exterior of your building? However it is they first found your venue, that's going to be the first excitement that they had. If that was fun and that was exciting and that was clean and that was well lit, whatever it is that got them excited to step inside your front doors, that's the first moment that they discovered your venue. And then we want to reignite that fire every time because they had such a great time meeting all of you, the wonderful cast at all of our businesses. And they want to remember that experience because if they have a fond memory, what are they going to do about that fond, happy memory? Exactly. They're going to tell all of their friends. Word of mouth spreads. Everybody's going to be talking about what a great venue you represent, how much fun you are to do business with, how great it is to go sing on your stage. Whatever it is that you represent, do the very best you can to make sure people have a positive and happy memory and experience at your venue. So now we're going to move on to talking about what we see in the future. What do we think 2025 is going to look like? And I'm going to bring in Summer, our executive officer here at the GoBEST offices, to help me talk about tomorrow.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Summer. How are we doing today?
I'm awesome. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah, what are
Well,
we doing?
good. Let's talk about it. The future.
It's so pretty.
Yes. This is Scotty's favorite subject matter, is talking about the sci-fi of the future of our industry. So, hi, Scotty. I see you in the window up there.
I look forward to many questions and comments from Scotty then.
Yes, because today is an interactive first cast meeting of the year. We are looking for all of you to also go into the chat, and you can send messages in the chat. Summer has her phone in my pocket because she doesn't have any pockets in that dress. So you can text us on Summer's fancy phone.
The Sparkle Barbie phone.
The Sparkle Barbie phone,
Yeah.
yes. And those all can be questions, comments, ideas, suggestions, whatever you want to put out there during the meeting, feel free to. And then if you don't feel comfortable with that, at the last slide, there'll be email addresses and some other ways that you can continue to send us any of your suggestions or ideas that you have of what you think the future holds. What do you think is going to be cool in 2025? What do you think is going to be the future of our industry? So what are we doing? What's GoBEST got going on? What do you think, Summer? What's GoBEST going to be doing for 2025?
We don't have robots and stuff.
Robots.
That's what I think of the future. I think robots.
So Summer and I went to a local business here after going to CES and meeting them that actually is starting to build great robots that are going to be a great asset to all of our different venues. So we are now working on expanding our AI and our robot technology, from cleaning robots to delivery robots to even a cool little bartending cashier crazy robot that does interesting TikTok dances.
Yes. And they make margaritas.
And yes, and the Summer likes the margaritas. If you, Summer happens to visit your venue and you want her to speak highly of you, just hand her a margarita.
That's right.
She's
It works.
easy that way. So we're looking for new business opportunities out there. We continuously want to expand our network of fun. The more we grow, the better off we are. So we're always looking for new and interesting ways to create new business and be a part of new businesses. We're always looking for new leadership and professional development. We want to see all of you become whatever it is you want to be in the world. It's very important what we saw in that video, like be the best you can be. Be proud, be excited, be proud of yourself, be proud of the business, and get out there and try to achieve the things you want to do. We're here to try to help you do that. We have lots of educational programs out there for everybody to learn something. So we'll be doing another round of Superstar Leadership this year with our friends out there in St. Louis and Kalamazoo that I see on the screen. Hi, everybody out there in Kalamazoo and Michigan. Nice to see all of you down there in New Orleans. They'll be helping us out with those. And here in Las Vegas, we do a lot of the Superstar Leadership training. So put in your applications for that so you get an opportunity to go into that. That'll be on that same email. If you want to be a part of the Superstar Leadership training, you have to get your general manager, your officer, whomever is your person of authority to approve you to go out there and be a part of that. And once they approve you, they'll send it out, say, oh, so-and-so wants to be a part of it. And if we agree, then you get to go on that awesome tour. Otherwise, we have security trainings. We have these live videos every month. We send out books, emails. There's a lot of information that comes out throughout the year to continually develop our team.
Yeah, and now everyone has my number. So
yes, and now everybody has Summer's number. Only use it for business purposes, please. Price adjustments and values. These are all things that we've been working on with leadership at all of the businesses. It seems that businesses that have found more of a price-conscious market have had more success. So we've been going through hoping to create more value. In order for that to work, we have to count on you as the cast to do exactly what we talked about in the mission statement, making sure that the guest sees value in the money that they spent. Because if they don't have a great time and they don't feel good about the money they spent, it doesn't matter how cheap it is. As we've all heard, whether it's $100 steak or you cook the steak at home, why are you going out to eat for the $100 steak?
because it's in a gold box that has fireworks and smoke coming out of it.
That
And I
gives
can
you
put
the
it on
value.
Instagram.
It's Instagrammable.
Yeah.
Gotta have that.
It's cool. It's the coolest thing.
And that'd be part of the marketing innovations. Party packages, we're rebuilding those. So everybody take a moment to look at your social media and what we're talking about, making suggestions and your websites and the party packages. Go through those websites because you're right there on the front lines. Like most of you are cast members, so you're hearing directly from our guests what they think about our businesses, what's working, what's not working. So take a look at that stuff, and you can make suggestions to your persons of authority, or you can send your suggestions directly to Summer, and we can put those into play. We can start utilizing. Let's all put our brains together to make sure we have a super successful 2025. And we already talked about the robots. So that's what we are going to be doing in
we've been busy.
2025.
Yeah.
What we think are also going to be trends of 2025 in the wild, wild world of the adult and bar restaurant industry.
It's changing.
Changing fast.
Very fast. We got to try to keep up with all of this.
All right, we're going to probably be talking about something today that'll be old news by tomorrow.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Oh, yeah, that's old news.
We just found that out earlier.
Catch,
that's already happening.
Catch up,
Yeah.
Jason. What are you guys been doing over there? Sleeping?
Right.
No waste policy. So a lot of the companies are going solar, no waste. For us, what does that mean in our industry for all of our businesses? Don't waste the paper. Don't waste your straws. Don't waste your napkin. You know, make sure you're using recyclable products. Make sure that you aren't committing waste. That's the biggest thing.
I think it's dead stock when I hear this too.
On the solar company that you're working with. Summer's working with the solar company here locally to put out solar recharging stations for EV cars. I know in Michigan they haven't made a big stink about that out here, but out on the West Coast, electric vehicles are very popular. And we've had challenges trying to find a way to put that into our clubs and our businesses. So we finally have a way that there will be a solar station that actually charges people's cars. So it won't be a cost to the business. And that's kind of a cool aspect once Summer figures Chris's situation out, so we can roll that program out.
Right. And the guests can park, go to the game, and then come back to the club.
Go to the game. We don't want them to go to the game. We want them to go in the club.
And then they come to the club.
Go to the store, go shopping, and then go to the club. Locally sourced ingredients, looking for local vendors to work with when it comes to all of the restaurants. So they're looking for local ingredients, local farmed raised. Everybody's seeing that outside of restaurants and businesses. Ingredients sourced locally has become popular this year, and we believe that's going to continue into 2025. Augmented reality menus. What is an augmented reality menu?
It's an in-your-face menu.
Totally took that wrong. What is an augmented menu?
So it's more of an AI experience. So it's like in the movies, it's happening, it's here. So the menus pop up, you can edit them live. They do really cool stuff. They're animated,
Really? So
and
like
they're
a 3D
customizable.
menu almost. Huh. That's pretty cool.
Right.
Holographics, interactive arts.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you got going on there, Summer.
So obviously CES, you see the holographic entertainers.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, so like the Michael Jackson show and
Yes.
the Beatles show, that is happening in clubs now. And interactive art installations, Meow Wolf is a great example of that. If you haven't been to Meow Wolf, you play games while you're in there, you go on adventures, and you spend 4 hours in there. And you still have no idea what's going on. But then you get to go shopping afterwards. You get merch. So that's coming to the clubs now.
So that is sending them on an adventure while they're inside of the club. They're looking around inside the business for cool little things. So your regulars that come by your business often now have a reason to look for other little Easter eggs around your business. Or you can create a name your own adventure or a mystery of some sort that they need to solve while they're inside of the business. And that's sort of what we're looking at for our business. How does this interactive art become part of what we do? You can find holographic imagery that you can put around the business of sexy different products or people singing karaoke or footballs or whatever it is that you represent, and then give them something that they can scan with their phone, and then they have to solve it. My brother says it's similar to like a Pokemon adventure. If you've ever done the Pokemon, you're looking around for little Pokemon. I haven't played Pokemon. I don't know what that is. So for those of you that do, we're trying to figure out how to bring that into our business so that people can run around the club basically playing I'm just going to say that. Find a showgirl.
Yes, and I would like to say, since you shouted out Scotty already for his innovation and love for technology, if you ever visit St. Louis, you will get to go on an amazing interactive art installation adventure. And I'll just leave it at that. Love St. Louis.
All right, so then we have being involved in the community events. That's continuing to be very important. Having positive news about all of our business, whether it's through golf tournaments, blood drives, supporting animals, all of that fun stuff is all super important in 2025. Pop-up experiences, that's something new we've started doing, which I think has been very successful. Right now, they're doing a pop-up at AVN. So if you go to the AVN, the Hustler Club has a stage and everything set up at that convention, and that's the pop-up for that type of situations. What other kind of pop-ups might there be?
So I heard that Doc Victoria, if you don't know who she is, at the Erotic Heritage Museum, has a new project that we get to be involved in around Las Vegas. It might include body paint and stealing people's souls and a live art exhibit, like a live drawing with a hearse. And I'll just leave it at that. The hearse might come to your club if you want it to come there. You
Steal
can
my soul?
You can request the hearse.
Does it return my soul that I gave up like years ago?
No, sorry. That's not. It's probably at Hustler Club in Las
Probably
Vegas.
still at the Hustler Club, right? It's at, no, I think it's actually in Lansing at the Deja Vu there. That's where my soul was taken away back in the 90s. It's been a long time since I lost my soul.
So Tammy has it.
Right. Tammy is holding on to my soul. Give it back, Tammy.
She's taking good care of it.
Yoga raves and detox bars.
Yeah.
I've really think the best part of that would be like when Doc Victoria was doing nude yoga. We did that for a little while at the Hustler Club Plus Yoga. So there's a way to bring that in. Anyway, so what health consciousness is now got to find its way into the bar industry is the basic idea. And what we're looking at is things that have become popular that are getting people to go out. They don't just want to go to a rave, but they want to go listen to EDM music and do yoga, which seems counterproductive to me, but this is what's happening in the world. So we're presenting these ideas for all of you to think about. And this is just to give you things to kind of digest and think about how can we bring what is happening in other industries into whatever venue you represent. So that's what we're kind of spitballing ideas live right in front of your faces. Detox bars. Again, this goes into mocktails. We talked about this prior to this meeting, and we've talked about this in other meetings. It's so important now that we find healthy options for people when they're visiting our venues because they don't just want a rum and coke anymore.
No, they have anxiety.
What's a anxiety?
They are afraid of having a hangover, or they've had a hangover and they're just traumatized from it. So now they just want glitter drinks like Tammy has.
Oh, anxiety.
Yeah.
You know, I find if I just have a Bloody Mary, I don't remember what I did the night before anyway. So there goes the anxiety. It's right out the window. Anxiety. Yeah. I have to have something else to think about when I was out too late the night before.
Got to figure out another plan.
Yes. No phones in club venues and events. So it's come, Bruno Mars has a bar here in Vegas now. And in his bar in Vegas, you have to put your phone away before you can go inside of his bar restaurant because he wants people to be present. He doesn't want them to have their phones out, which is different than like Poppy's Steakhouse. They want everybody's phone out, videoing all the craziness in the steak deliveries. So there seems to be a push in 2025 to get away from everybody Instagramming everything they're going in there. So when they're going to concerts or venues like Bruno Mars, they actually want people to put their phone away. We went to David Copperfield and he made us put our phone in the box. I thought for sure he was going to make it disappear, but I got my phone back, unfortunately. It would have been nice if
it just disappeared and money was there. That would be cool.
Good change. No phone, cash. So that's what we see in some of the trends coming up. And then we're going to talk about what we see in our research as trends in the adult industry. Obviously, the more technology there's going to be, the more technologies there's going to be in these sex robots. So some are modeled for these sex robots over here. This is the future summer bot that we're going to be rolling out in our retail outlets.
Good luck.
If anybody wants a summer bot.
She likes margarita and cupcakes.
Margarita and cupcakes. So each person wants a experience. So the individual preferences will be traceable and trackable. We're going to be looking at social media shops and virtual vending. Talk about what you're thinking about with that kind of concept.
So what I'm seeing in all of the research with these untraceable shopping, and what I mean untraceable is Google history. So it won't be on your phone.
Oh, and I don't have to go dark web to do it.
You don't have to go dark web either, which can also be traceable. You just get to show up at the store and you can put in, what name would you like to use?
Wolf Abrams.
Wolf Abrams, perfect. Okay, that sounds nice and risky.
Yes.
So Wolf Abrams walks into the Love Boutique or Boutique Erotica, and you say, I'd like to see a lady wearing this purple lingerie. Pops up right in front of you. And you get to say whether you like it or not. You can change the outfits. You can use toys as well. You can program exactly what you want. And then your real life Barbie comes out in your outfit. And if you've ever seen the movie Clueless, I tried to tell this to Jason and he didn't think anyone would get it. So if you get it, leave a little note. So when she goes to her closet, she can make her outfits for the day and then it brings it to her. Oh, it's very cool. That's what's happening in adult retail. So fashion forward retail is coming to the adult retail industry.
And I see it even to a next level, like they're going to have some sort of glasses that you can put on. Let's just call them for now the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. And you get to cruise around the store. And as you look at different products in the store, you'll see people interacting with them live. So that'll be kind of fun, especially with that crazy product they were showing in the boutique meeting earlier today that I walked in on. Some sort of furry fucking whack-off toy. What the hell was that thing? I don't even know. Somebody in Lansing brought that to the meeting. I'm like, what the fuck is this crazy furry thing? But hey, to each their own. Then I was like, oh, can you imagine if you walked in, you walked up to that display and all of a sudden that display came to life in your VR goggles, like people are playing with the furry toy. That would be great. Talk about a memorable experience. I would never forget that.
Makes me think of maybe a promotion for the prettiest butthole competition would pop right up. I wonder where that happens. No idea. That's a great idea, isn't it?
Butthole and spoke counting contest. There's some funny
Something
stuff that we do
crazy
around our
stuff.
clubs.
Yeah. No idea where that comes from.
So those are kind of some of the ideas we see coming out for the retail world and how technology is going to get more involved in the adult industry. That's going to be from more advanced toys, more interesting toys, more interesting shopping experiences, and creating a system where people can easily search what it is that they like, basically setting up an account at the store underneath an alias of some sort, and then putting in all the things that they like and they enjoy. And when they come in, they can just look up their alias, like you see next to the two robots right there. You would type into some sort of keyboard like that, what it is that you like, type your alias and be like, oh, these are some new products that you might be interested. Here's some new furry whack-off toys that could be perfect for your fetish.
And maybe you'll end up getting a Megan Fox robot?
Well, that was my guess. Have anybody seen the new Megan Fox movie? It's not that new, but she plays a little robot babysitter. Fucking awesome. I want a Megan Fox robot.
We'll work on that. We'll work on
Except
the boutiques. Will work on that.
I don't want her to kill my whole family. Like that, the ending. She would not that version of Megan Fox.
Yeah, minus that.
Minus that one.
Delete.
The happy version. All right, so we did Clueless. All right, we're on to the next subject. What do we got going on else in the trendy world? Somebody from New Orleans sent up a GoBEST Bucks transferable free lotions. It's funny that you bring that up. We are actually in production on that. So February 19th, we will be launching our first token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet. I'm so excited.
Yes. So great idea. Whoever wrote that and told me I looked nice in a tie. That's the way I read it.
Oh, Charles. Hey, Charles.
Thanks, Charles.
Thank you. Cheers. They're covered in snow. That's what's happened. New ones.
That's why I look nice, is because he's frozen.
Right. Yeah, it's got a little blur.
Right.
going on with
That's what
snow.
happens when you get cold.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that is what we see about staying competitive. So hopefully you guys got to review some of that, identifying your markets, finding unique experiences. Make sure you're always prioritizing guest services. Get involved in the training any way that you can. Find ways to be innovative in all of our businesses. Remember, shit's going to change, so keep an eye towards the future and embrace those changes. But mostly, although we've talked a lot about fun and exciting things, we just simply cannot forget the basics. People come to our businesses because they want...
They still want social interaction and live entertainment.
Yes, and great service.
Infection-free zone.
Yes.
They want to come in and hang out. And
No
have
matter
a
what
blast.
business you are in this meeting, people are leaving their house to come to you to be around other people and have good service and have a good time. You have to make that happen, and they'll come back to you time and time again, because these are the people that want to come out. And they'll tell their friends that want to come out that you're the spot to go to be out. And that's how you're going to build your business, with word of mouth, is people are going to want to come be a part of what you're doing if you're fun to be around. Otherwise, they'll just stay in their basement, playing video games, get a six-pack of beer, and cook their own steak.
I think we're way more funner.
More fun?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with more funner. Yes, the wow experience. That's absolutely correct. Thank you for whoever mentioned that. Very similar to the GoBEST experience. Same idea.
Thanks, Cinia.
But we want to hear from you. And this is the objective. So we kind of laid out what we're working on here at the GoBEST offices, what we think is going to be the future of the industry for 2025. But now we want to hear from all of you any ideas or thoughts that you have. So here are the multiple ways that you can get a hold of us in order to give us any suggestions, ideas, comments, things that you see are happening, things that you think could make your businesses better, things that can make your websites better, things that can make your social media better. Go on there and let us know what you think.
You are the future. We want to hear from you.
The future. Isn't there a song like that? All right, so now we have to go into the second part. This was supposed to be the legal part of the seminar, but unfortunately, the lawyer that was representing the trainings for today got sick. Whatever the bug is that's going around, she had a sick day. So Deanna had to call off. So Summer and I are going to review the security policy and the sexual harassment policy.
Look at you.
More of us. Use of force. This is the security policy. Employees should never use physical force against anyone. What this means is there is no reason why you should be pushing people, punching people, throwing people around, unless there is a circumstance that is absolutely necessary to defend yourself or other persons from imminent physical harm. What a fun word you put in there for me, Summer. Thank you. So this means if somebody's going crazy and swinging, your first objective should be to retreat from the situation and keep everybody safe. If you cannot do that, then you have no choice but to wrap the person up, not in some sort of crazy chokehold.
Christmas lights.
Christmas lights them, but to keep them from hurting anybody else. And as quickly as possible, you want to call the police. This does not mean that if somebody shoves you, you have the immediate right to come back and sock them in the nose. No, that is not using equal force. That is using overforce. You do not ever have the ability to punch or knock somebody out or choke somebody out. You just have the ability to hold them down or restrain them so they do not hurt you or anybody else, because you did not have an opportunity to retreat from the situation.
Protect everyone around you.
Yes. So there's the two rules laid out in case I did not cover them well enough. Everybody's got to be in an opportunity for physical harm before you can use force in any way, shape, or form. It must be reasonable and proportionate to the level of the threat. That does not mean pushing and then you swing back and punch them in the nose. There's somebody that is inside the business or the parking lot or on property that is causing trouble or being a problem, first attempt to resolve the problem with management and supervisors' help. Obviously, step one, let management and supervisors know, and then try to resolve the problem by getting them either an offer of a bottle of water. Again, the idea is to de-escalate or calm the person down. Get them to discuss the problem, not enrage them by yelling back at them or screaming at them or making the situation even more crazy. Attempt to arrange some sort of transportation. The objective is to get them out of there. You have no win in a situation like this. Going to a situation where you have to restrain the person in any way, shape, or form is actually the start of us losing. So that is not the win. The win is calming the situation, finding a way to get them away from the business. If you can't do it without getting to any sort of force, the best bet is call the police. Call the police and have them come remove the person from your property so that they are trespassed pursuant to your local and state laws.
And no mace or pepper spray or tasers or anything like that. That is all very strictly prohibited.
Correct.
Usually a snack will do. I've noticed 9 times out of 10. Maybe they're, hangry. You give them a snack and they will typically.
They have hangover anxiety.
They have anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's getting the best of them.
And then they'll talk.
Yes. So we recapped it already. It's very important that we do not put anybody in any chokeholds, pull them by their collars, do anything of that nature that we think we are very good at. We are not allowed to use any of our MMA training or martial arts training in order to stop somebody. Do not grab them by the neck. We do not want to break anybody's neck or kill them. Make sure they can breathe at all times. Do not use of force unless absolutely necessary. The best bet is to retreat, protect yourself, defend yourself and those around you, call the police. And above all, what should the last things they do after the situation has been resolved?
Oh, incident reports, witness statements, and preserving evidence.
Yes.
Which a lot of times is security footage.
Yes.
So important. It will save you.
If anybody videoed it with their phone, if anybody videoed it on the videos, if your surveillance picked it up, anything that is video, make sure you preserve all of the video, document.
Immediately.
Immediately, while it's fresh in everybody's mind.
And if you need help with that or have any questions, please let us know. We're happy to help.
Where do we go to fill out an incident report?
On the manager report.
Where's that live?
On the GoBEST website.
Perfect. All right, our next policy to review is the sexual harassment policy. And I had a dad joke I was going to tell on this, but
Please tell a dad joke.
I cannot do it. All right. For all of those that are easily offended, close your ears. Why did the sperm sample cross the road?
I have no idea.
Because I put on the wrong socks.
Wow. Good job. Good job.
Now let's talk about sexual harassment.
I see Tammy. She's like,
it was a dad joke.
All day, guys. Like, this is
sexual harassment, any unwelcome sexual advance, requests for sexual favors, any other verbal or physical conduct of any nature. When? Your turn.
Submission to such advances, request, or conduct is made either explicitly or implicitly a term or condition of employment or as a basis for employment decisions.
So the short of that is, I'd give you a job if you gave me a job.
Quid pro quo, I believe, is the term.
Right. That's a big no-no.
Big no-no.
Go ahead, do the next one.
In regard to entertainers, submission to such advances, requests, or conduct is made either explicitly or implicitly a term or condition of the way an entertainer is permitted to perform on company property and or the way she or he is treated.
This can come all the way down to like just simply joking in a text message. So it's very careful what you say back. And one of our previous leadership got in deep trouble because an entertainer asked if she could have Friday night off. And being tongue in cheek, he said, "What are you going to do for me?" Now, his intention wasn't sexual. His intention was like, bring me some Starbucks. But either way, that's not the way it came off. And she reported it. So that is the idea of the "what are you going to do for me" is a big giant no-no.
Yeah. Even Starbucks.
It's still a no.
Just,
They can't.
yeah. Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. You're doing so good. Go ahead. You have the next one.
Oh, thank you. Such advances, requests, or conduct have the purpose of effect of substantially interfering with an individual's work performance or creating an intimidating, hostile, or offensive work or performance environment. Y'all like that Vanna White? Yes.
So don't make it an offensive work environment because you are calling people names. You're just being an overall asshole. This does not mean because you're being bossy that you're making a hostile work environment. People get that a little bit confused.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to be demanding and be direct to get things done and keep things moving forward. So there is, "Hey, Summer, can you go please get that paperwork done for me?" versus the hostile version would be, "Asshole, get the fucking paperwork done." More hostile.
Yeah. But you can go nice.
And then there's tone of voice. You know, if you just have a nice tone of voice, you can run around calling people an asshole. Just kidding. It was a joke. That's why the lawyers do the sexual harassment treatment instead of us.
We're shenanigans. So it's,
Right.
We just have fun.
Right. So unfortunately, you guys are all going to see another meeting and it's going to have like a 90-minute sexual harassment training with the attorneys. So you get to do all of this with them anyway. So our next all-cast meeting, we'll have to do the subject with the legal team. So we are doing a brief version of it just so it's a fresh reminder. It's kind of what we try to do the first meeting of the year is get the security training and the sexual harassment training refreshers all in your guys' brain. So you're acting right throughout the year. You're not making other people uncomfortable. So don't get any sexual favors or unwanted sexual advances, a condition of work, a promotion, duties, giving sexual favors. So, this comes into even dating somebody, which is why we have the policies if two people are dating and one is the supervisor of the other one. They can't work at the same time. They can't be in the buildings at the same time. They've got to be separated in some way, shape, or form because we don't want there to be the illusion of because they are dating, they get all of the best shifts or best opportunities or raises or things of that nature. So that's where that comes into play. Conditions or privileges, I think we kind of talked about that, but in addition to that would be, special stage rotations, better light shows, better access to the VIP rooms, anything of that nature in trade for any sort of sexual act. So that also includes like requesting free couch dances, which has happened. You cannot trade couch dances for anything. That is not okay. Employee benefits, career advancements. I think we kind of covered that one.
I think we're covering up some of their training. Guess what this word is?
Failure to engage, refusal to comply, that's no good.
Cartoons.
Visual conduct, that's making those kind of like dirty gestures or come here in the closet. These things are no good. You can't do things of that nature. Suggestive objects or gestures or dirty posters or cartoons. Those should not be in your office. Anywhere around your spaces should be any dirty jokes, dirty cartoons, dirty coasters. And then, don't have things unnecessarily on your desk that lead to sexuality. Unless, of course, you're in a retail store and you're lacy and you have no choice but to have sex toys all over your desk.
That's right. It's a lot of fun.
How that went to it, that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun.
Hey, buddy.
Making the propositions, comments, any of that nature, all bad. Posting, sending out any other buddies.
Social media.
Stuff throughout social media, videos, all of that fun stuff. Don't do that. So if Summer sent me a naked picture of her and I sent that naked picture out to all of you, that's a big giant no-no. Don't do things like that. Don't send out dirty jokes. Don't send out comments or rude thoughts about your fellow teammates or cast members. Anything else you can think of that they should not do?
There's just so much.
When in doubt, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, just
that easy.
Just don't.
Just
or if
don't
you have
do it.
questions, you
Blocking physical movements of another, that is if somebody was trying to get out of the room and you stood in the way and they wouldn't be able to get out of the room because, you know, you're trying to flirt with them. Don't ever put anybody in a situation where they feel uncomfortable in an unwelcoming way.
No touching.
No touching. Insisting people go out with you, even if they're not interested. You can take a few of these. Go ahead, Summer.
Showing or sending sexual pictures over the internet, again, social media. Writing sexually suggestive notes, letters, or electronic messages when you know that they don't want them. I think one of the terms is unwelcomed.
It's unwelcome.
The big one for the legal team. And referring to or calling a person a sexual name when you know that they don't like it. And telling jokes. Karen, go ahead. And describing or reporting sexual experiences to others in the presence of others when you know or should know that it is unwelcomed. There's that word again.
Telling a story over the weekend of how you had such a wild night at the swingers club and other people do not want to hear about your wild night at the swingers club.
Sorry.
So all of that being said, and all of this sexual harassment conversation, it's very important that we all understand that we are in the bar nightclub. Most of us are in some sort of sexually natured business. So we do understand that there are going to be jokes of a sexual nature, sexual content, sexual comments in the workplace. So this means you do have an understanding that you are going to see a certain amount of adult entertainment, adult aspects of the business. This does not allow anybody to harass you in any way, shape, or form. So there is the understanding that you are in a business that is sexually charged. So you are going to hear a certain amount of sexual conversation. But if you ever feel uncomfortable, you have to make it known. It's up to you to speak up for yourself and say, this kind of conversation does not make me comfortable. That should stop it. If it doesn't stop it, then you can go to any of the outlets that we have available for making a complaint. We have lots of complaint hotlines, lots of email address. You now have Summer's phone number at the bottom over there. Here is the complaint lines for GoBEST and Deja Vu services. So if anytime you feel like you are being harassed or sexually unwelcomed conversations or anything of that nature, those are the areas that you can complain so that we can get it corrected, because we want everybody to enjoy being at their jobs and being a part of our network of fun.
Yeah, fun, exactly. We want to have fun.
Fun, absolutely. What's our reminder, Summer?
Don't ignore complaints. You must report them, and you report discrimination and harassment. Don't discourage anyone from filing complaints, and do not investigate complaints yourself. Always preserve the evidence, and complaints can be anonymous as well. There's no retaliation, zero tolerance for that, as well as fake or false complaints, and prevention is key in situations like this. We want everyone to love their job.
Yes. Agreed.
Right. That's my favorite part. I love this.
Now we talk about happy stuff. Yay! You guys survived the hard part. Welcome to being done with your sexual harassment and security training. If you have any questions, comments, or thoughts about those, you now have all of the proper communication tools in your face. And always remember, for those of you that have not been through one of these trainings, our videos live on GoBEST YouTube channel. So you can go on to the GoBEST YouTube channel and you can see all of our previous training videos that we've done throughout the year. So there's a lot of good stuff, you know, covering service and numbers and inventory controls. We've done a lot of different videos.
Lots of costumes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of costumes.
Lots of stuff.
Yes. All right. So go ahead with the Scotty report.
What's up, Scotty? Thank you, Scotty, for sending over these awesome numbers. So we have a new historical best for Deja Vu Showgirls in Tampa. They are lighting this board up.
Lighten it up. They're down here at the bottom too, man.
Stockton, all over the board. So the new historical best for the end of 2024 in weeks 50 and 52, and then the first week of 2025. Congratulations, Deja Vu Showgirls in Tampa. Way to go.
Keep up the good work out there.
And, ending week 51 for 4 weeks ongoing. Stockton, what's up?
Go Team Stockton. Hi, Reggie. Good work.
He's going to call us after this and tell us that he misses us.
Oh, he should be here.
Hey, Reggie. And for 7 weeks, ending week 51, Trophy Club in Greenville. Woo. Congratulations. Thank you all for all of your amazing hard work. Y'all make this so much more fun. And ending week 48 for 7 weeks, Deja Vu Showgirls of Tampa again. Congratulations. Y'all are superstars.
I've never felt so in the way so often. Like, there's no way to get out of the way.
You gotta bob and weave, Jason.
The words.
It gets real
I feel like it's
exciting
a
up here.
weird game of yoga and like
A race?
Yes. I was gonna say limbo.
We just made a yoga rave. I'm so excited.
Carry on.
So if you see the little star next to the club name, that means they beat weekly sales goal by more than $10,000. And that would be for week 49 and week 50. The Hustler Club in New York.
Hey.
You're covered in snow, but you're doing great. We're so proud of you guys. And for week 51 and 52, what did I tell you?
Stockton
Tampa.
Show offs.
They're just so extra there, being extra, right? Look, the end of the year and the beginning of the year.
They're starting out strong.
Killing it.
Coming right out.
They're competing with the gay 90s. What?
I'm telling you.
Can you believe that?
Keep it going.
That's amazing, you guys. Y'all know gay 90s.
It's an amazing club.
Where's my invite? Can someone invite me now?
Yeah, we'll send
my
you
God.
right now when it's like, I think -10. You're going to love it.
Just kidding. We'll wait. Congratulations, everyone. That's so amazing.
That is
so
amazing.
proud of y'all. And we have some new friends on our board.
Yes, we do.
Thank you to Mr. Ralph James. I was going to say Lord James. We have the Lord James. Sent me some amazing numbers from our friends with top sales at Club Rouge in Portland.
Nice.
Soul Club in San Francisco. Deja
Awesome.
Vu Showgirls in Nashville and Deja Vu
crushing it.
Showgirls in Minneapolis.
Woohoo!
Y'all are killing it. Good job. And exceeding sales goals. And I saw the comparisons from 2024 to 2025.
Yes.
Craziness.
Look at that Hustler Club in
Absolute
San
craziness.
Francisco. They're up 328,000%. We're gonna be adding numbers.
1,000. Those are 2 zeros at that.
Why not? Sure. We can make that. That's crazy. Why not? Just throw some numbers on there. That's a lot to be up.
Yes. Throw some confetti, throw a party. This is awesome. Devil's
Yeah.
Tropical in Seattle, Hustler Club in San Francisco, Midnight Express in Smithville, and Deja Vu Showgirls in Springfield.
Fantastic.
Craziness. And the guest count is up for our winners in Midnight Express in Smithville.
Highest guest count improvement.
Yes. Look at that. What are y'all doing? Please share. What's going on over there? We want to know.
Where's Tennessee?
See?
Because you're the only 10 I see.
Ooh, that's a good one. Like, that's good.
All right.
Dad jokes.
Got them. I got a few.
And superstar nominations. Look at all these incredible people.
That is a lot of nominees. That's
We have
awesome.
a lot of
From all
winners.
over the place.
Yes, Deja Vu Showgirls in Oklahoma City, Little Darlings in Oklahoma City, Lily, Aaron, Javel. I'm so sorry if I don't say your name right. I have a little bit of an accent. IPE Cleo, Jetta, Jessica, Chloe, IPE Widow, and Naomi. Way to go, Oklahoma.
It's awesome seeing IPs on this too. That's great.
There's a lot of IPEs.
I like it.
They are winning at Deja Vu Showgirls in Lansing. IPE Spider. Way to go. Fantasies in Traverse City, IPE Jersey, and IPE Gypsy. And Stacy, good. Thank you for all of your hard work.
Good job.
Deja Vu Showgirls in Kalamazoo and Little Darlings in Kalamazoo. Jillian, Liz, Melinda, Jordan, Destiny, Angeles, and IPE Rory and Lizzie.
Great. Go Kalamazoo. Man, that was a hell of a list.
Michigan.
Michigan tearing it up right there, aren't they?
But
Wow. Surviving blizzards and kicking butt.
Miss Tammy's all over it.
Kind of looks like it's snowing.
And of course, the Hustler Club in Las Vegas. We have Catherine, Nix, Katie, Nigel, Lisa, Leslie, Danny, Victoria, Mar, India, Ambriel, and Amber. Way to go, Vegas.
Great job, Vegas. That's a good load.
And the Hustler Club in Washington Park. What's up, St. Louis? Selena. This is my friend. Greg.
I think you got some
Kylie,
friends out there. I see it. I see it now.
I love all of the cast. And the Love Boutique in Shreveport, Danny, Tristan, Austin, and my superstar leadership, our buddy, look, Miss Emily. She got a superstar.
Yay, Emily. Good job.
She is an awesome manager. And we have Dream Girls in Detroit, Esperanza and Brock. Way to go, Detroit. Boutique Erotica in Washington Park. Look at this.
That's like people getting 3 times? Yes. Wow.
Taylor, Kira, Holly, and Sam.
What the hell, Sam? You only got 2.
What's that?
Sam, step it up, bro.
Sam got one today. And I would like to know in Ypsilanti, Dr. Mike, I need the story. Somebody please put that in the chat.
Dr. Mike?
Dr. Mike got a shout out. What's up, Dr. Mike?
Hi, Dr. Mike. We have a doctor working
We
at
have a
Ypsilanti?
doctor in the house.
Is he a gynecologist?
That's a great question. I mean, maybe. We can find out. Dr. Mike, what do you do?
Right, moving right along.
I've been thinking about that for days.
Now we know what keeps summer up at night.
Yes.
Who is
actually,
Dr. Mike?
And the Hustler Club in Shreveport. Would you like to?
Oh, you're doing great.
Do y'all think Jason should help with some shout outs? Some sparkle in the shout out. Scotty said yes. I see Tammy said yes. Katie and Carly in Shreveport. Look, Carly got 2.
Carly, great job. I am helping. What are you talking about?
Let's talk about the Hustler Club in New Orleans.
Let's talk about them. The entire day cast. That's amazing.
And the IPEs.
Everybody.
Twice. What's going on there?
And Eddie. Don't forget Eddie.
What's happening?
Apparently, Eddie is the only one that's not a part of the cast. He's special,
He's an entertainment engineer.
which makes him special. Special Eddie.
He drives the train.
Hi, Special Eddie.
And Barely Legal, New Orleans. James, KJ, Circe, Kristen, IPE, Aaliyah.
Hi,
Carly,
Aaliyah.
Stevie, Bobby, and Elliot. Good job,
Nice.
New Orleans. Hopefully y'all are staying warm out there. And Dream Girls in Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, you got a whole gang up there too.
Look,
Vivian
I
got
think-
2. Yeah.
Amazing.
Jamie, Stevie, Mike, Ethan, Shannon, and Aaron. Well done up there, Wilkes-Barre, otherwise known as Roxy. I like the two name things to keep us on our toes.
Love Boutique in Flint, Ronisha and Steven, and then Deja Vu Showgirls in Tampa. Katharina. Thank you. Way to go, everyone. Good.
Oh, that's a nice little thing you put down there. That's cute.
And I want to give a special, huge, gigantic shout out to the whole team at Deja Vu Showgirls in Las Vegas. I had the pleasure of visiting recently, and Ralph James assigned me a princess chair in the back. So if you sit there, you got to take me with you.
The only way they can sit in the chair in the back is if you go with them and buy margaritas.
Yes, at one of these events.
Yes, welcome back, Deja Vu Showgirls. Woo! Don't forget, everybody, we do have Asian Invasion, so we are looking for as many lovely Asian ladies as we can to join us for the official grand opening, the 2nd through the 8th. It's going to be so much fun.
It is fun. It's beautiful. I love it.
Come on out the week before Super Bowl, hang out, be a part of the Asian Invasion, then bust down to New Orleans for the Super Bowl, because it is going to be crazy down there in New Orleans for Super Bowl, and stay through Mardi Gras.
That's right. Hopefully, no snow. No snow.
You see the guy snow skiing down Bourbon Street?
No, I didn't.
Oh, and you got to send that to everybody. That's amazing.
And
somebody
share.
was cross-country skiing on Bourbon Street.
That's right. And that's all for our shout-outs.
That's it. Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for our first all-cast meeting of 2025. Hope that you found it informative. We look forward to hearing from all of you so that we can make a productive plan for everybody in 2025. We had a few spots that we got out there in the chat. So if there's anybody that wants to quickly be interactive, throw something in the chat. You can raise your hand on the screen in front of you. And if you raise your hand, we can ask you what you have to say and you can talk to us, or feel free to text Summer at the phone number we gave you to text. And Adia is bringing us in something interesting.
I do. So Adia did let us know that the Lansing boutiques did a pop-up at Traverse City and Flint. That's awesome. If you would like to share any information about that or share how you put that together. And Doc V says you guys are awesome and you need your own morning talk show. So
thanks, Doc.
I guess we have another project. Maybe we can do it in Benny the Hearse.
We have nothing to do in the, right, there we go. We want to do our talk show from Benny the Hearse with our souls. We can drive around, snatch souls off the side of the road and do an interview with them in the hearse. That'll be fun.
And body paint.
Adia also mentioned that the Deja Vu services incident reports will be live on their manager portal soon.
Within the future.
The next week. So by next week, you guys will be in the 2025 digital age. And like our team at GoBEST, you will have a digital version of your incident report. It makes it a whole lot easier to fill it out, and it automatically links to any of the witness statements that you may have. And then that automatically emails out to any of the officers or attorneys that need to see that information. So it'll make your life a lot easier, and it'll digitize your life. Any other questions or comments?
I'll be sending out the links to everyone. So you'll be able to send some.
What if I had a list of all the strippers that worked at the club on the website so guests can reserve a. Now that's a very interesting idea, Patrick. I like that. So Patrick's question, if you can't see it, is what if there was a place or a spot on the website with all of the entertainers' names that they could reserve private rooms with? We actually have a site for that, and it has a program called Rendezvous. So check out unfiltered.com. And the objective on unfiltered.com is to create sort of that space. And in that space, you create your own venues, social media page. It functions very similar to Instagram. And your ladies' pictures and names would be on there, and they can scroll through, pick the one that they like, and there's an area on there that they can book a rendezvous with the lovely ladies. And it actually takes not only the reservation, but it takes a deposit for said reservation. So it won't be the full amount. It'll be like $50 or $100. And then the guest has that official time booked with the lovely ladies. So yes, that does live on a website called Unfiltered. So Patrick, what we need to do is get you set up on Unfiltered. If you aren't already, Summer can help you with that and get that rolling right away. So yes, that is possible at this time.
Patrick, text me what venue you're at, please, and I'll help you out.
That was a great question, comment. Thank you.
Yeah. Nice.
Anything else? Give a countdown of officially being. All right. Well, if we have no other questions or comments out there, it was a pleasure. Thank all of you. For those of you that are in the management situation, we will have one again next month. And then we do all cast meetings every quarter to stay up on everything that we think is cool and fun in the world. So we will be seeing all of you again shortly. And thank you, Wolf, as always. You are a fantastic ambassador to the entire team. See you all later. Thanks all of you for taking time to be a part of today's meeting. And for those of you that are at the Hustler Club, Lorraine, Uli, you two are up and knock them dead. I'll be over as quickly as I can. Bye, everybody. See you all soon. See you out in the field. Come by, shake hands, say hello.
See you in the future.